All right, how's everybody doing today? Okay, just a reminder not to neglect your soft skills. You can be the best shooter on this planet, be able to shoot, move, communicate 100% effectively, right? You could hit targets hundreds of yards and meters away, right? You could hike miles through the woods, no problem, right? But if you're going to be an effective Minuteman, guerrilla, militiaman, or just, standard prepared citizen, right? You need to be able to do basic things. You need to be able to hunt, fish, trap. You need to be able to start fires. Can you build a shelter? Do you know what your local flora and fauna looks like? Whether or not something is edible, whether or not it's not. Do you know, where all your local trails and water reservoirs are? Do you know which ones are polluted? Which ones may have arsenic poisoning or have toxic heavy chemicals in them? Do you know where the water table sits in your area? This isn't difficult, hard information to find out. You could just go on the internet and Google it, right? You just go and type in your location. You just start looking at, the water reports, things like that. And there's also other skills you can learn, right? They use it in your day-to-day, everyday life, right? How to cook. I can't tell you how many guys I know that can shoot, repair their weapons, can build all sorts of shit, right? But they can't cook, right? They don't know how to cook chicken. They can't make rice or ramen noodles without burning it, right? The only thing that they've ever had to eat is, stuff that their parents have cooked for them, or their wife, or, the frozen food they toss in the microwave at the end of the day. There's other stuff too, right? Like making sure your area is clean, right? Making sure your house looks nice. Going outside, taking care of your yard, right? And repairing the things that are broken. There's an old saying that I'm not entirely sure how it goes, but one should write and take care of their own home first before they attempt to go after someone else's, right? Before they say anything about somebody else's. You should also be taking the time to be working on your physical fitness and your mental health. I know that from prior experience, right, that not everybody has the money to go out and buy the best food. I can't go out and buy all kinds of things that are healthy for me, right? I'm stuck eating the sucrose, carb, bull crap, whatever that whoever else in your household buys for you to eat, right? So what you should do is get out there and move around, right? If you can't run, you should jog, right? If you can't jog, walk. If you're at the point where you can't walk any long distance, like say at least quarter of a mile, get up and walk from one end of your house to the other. Do that 10, 20 times a day at least, right? And get up and move. Okay, if you don't have weights to work on your physical, like your muscle mass, what you do is grab some water jugs, or hell, if you want a variable weight, you grab a 5-gallon bucket and you add different gallons to it. A gallon of water weighs 8 pounds. Every quart is 2 pounds, right? So if you know that, you can calculate how much weight you can lift, right? You can work on your muscles. You can do, if you don't even have any of that, you can do push-ups, sit-ups, right? Crunches. You can jog in place. Hell, if you're stuck somewhere where you can't go anywhere, jog in place. Work on your physical fitness, right? It's also a proven fact that frequent exercise helps improve your mental health, your mental well-being, right? So if you can get out there in the woods or out into your community, right, you could jog around or walk, you're gonna find things out. Like, this can help you. Like right now I'm walking through the woods looking for more patrol-based locations, training locations, looking for where all my natural flora and fauna, like edibles, are, right? So like there's wild asparagus I just walked by 200 yards away, right? There's wild blueberry plants and raspberry and stuff like that out here. Another great soft skill you should be working on is networking with your community. This doesn't necessarily mean going out and finding other mutual assistance groups or preppers or guys that are just like yourself, right? This could be just knowing your neighbor. How many of you even know your neighbor? Know their name, know what they look like, right? Get out there and talk to them, right? Go to the stores, the clubs, things like that around you, right? Talk to people, help people out, right? If you're a taller person, great way that you can be nice to people and have them recognize you, help them grab stuff, right? If you're strong, help the weak, right? It happens all the time. People come in stores or whatever, I'm there and they're like, help, can you give me something get this thing down, right? Or could you help me lift this, right? There's plenty of times where it's been some little old lady or some old man who's like, can you help me lift this bag of soil into my car? Can you help me carry my groceries, right? Those leave lasting impressions on people, right? If you want them to not consider you as such the big scary guy or gal walking through the woods with a rifle or training and shooting at targets, or making them think that you're some sort of extremist, get out there and talk to them, right? Make them know that you don't mean harm to them. Make them understand that you're here to help, right?